Today we are playing this zero rare blue-white artifact deck inspired by a new uncommon from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Zoetic Glyph. I had a deck I was working on a few months ago that I felt didn't quite get there, and this card really helped push it over the edge. We're playing a ton of cheap flying artifacts to enchant with the Glyph, like Swooping Lookout, Network Disruptor, Malcator's Watcher, and the new addition from Lost Caverns, Oaken Siren, which can also tap for blue that we can spend to cast other artifacts. We're also playing Gingerbrute that we can pay 1 to make unblockable except by creatures with haste. We're playing 4 copies of Mightstone's animation to give the deck some redundancy. Our removal suite includes 3 copies of Fading Hope, 2 Ossification, and 3 Annex Sentry. And rounding out the deck is 4 copies of Michiko's Reign of Truth, which lets us make one of our cheap flyers absolutely huge. And if you didn't notice, besides Fading Hope, every non-land card in our deck is an artifact or enchantment. So that's the deck. Let's jump into the games. Yeah, I like this. We can go turn 1, probably just get Gingerbrute down and start dashing with him. And then we would love to draw an untapped white source, or any untapped land gives us Malcator's Watcher. Okay, opponent just passing here. Let's just attack. Hopefully we get to bounce. They just play a 3-drop and we'll bounce it. And then we can follow up with Malcator's Watcher. If we don't draw a land, if we draw a land, we're probably just going to go Glyph and start jamming. We get a Scry. We'll keep the land on top. And then we're going to go for, I think, Watcher and Swooping Lookout, because that thing can block a Gingerbrute with a Zoetic Glyph on it. And then this way, if they play a creature, like if they just replay the Hammer Skull, I'm really hoping they don't have 1 mana removal here. If it's sorcery speed, fine, use it right away. Okay, that's a little bit sketchy. I don't like that they're gonna use it. We want them to use it on Watcher. Okay, so no removal, thankfully. We can start bashing them in the air. If they attack with Hammer Skull, we're fine. I'm down to race them. They don't have ramp currently. I forget how much the Carnosaur costs. Alright, we don't care about that. Okay, so they're going to deal us some damage. We get a Discover 3. Hey, that works. Love that. This is fine. And yeah, I'll leave that on top. That's good enough. And we get to draw a card. And then next turn we get to go Disruptor. Tap the Raptor. Michiko, bash you. Okay, opponent at 5. Curving out nicely here. 1 more activation. Okay, so they get to block us here, unfortunately. Let's see. We're going to give it to this. This thing doesn't have haste. Yeah, we need the mana open, so we'll just do this. And this thing doesn't have haste, so we hit them for 5. Alright, good game. Nice curve out there, against a ton of rares. Risky keep, but we have some early plays. We drew a white source. Amazing. Okay, well, obviously we're going to play our land first. We're going to play our haste creature so we can start getting in. Next turn, we'll double spell Network Disruptor plus Sleeping Lookout. So let's go Network Disruptor first. Tap one of their blues. So they have to counter this thing or cast the spell if they want to be able to do something. Play Sweeping Lookout. Hit them for 1. Next turn, just drop Michiko. Howdy Jin, this is fine. We can attack through that. So let's go ahead and play the tap land. They can't put an instant in their graveyard for the Jin. So we'll just go Michiko. We can Ossification that thing next turn. We have an attack, so there's no reason to remove the Jin. Our opponent holding priority somehow. Okay, we'll target the Swooping Lookout. We'll attack with everything. Okay, opponent timing out here. Let's see if they are still playing. Alright, Michiko's Reign of Truth was just too much for them. Yep, we'll keep this. We'll go for Siren on turn 2. Hopefully we draw another land. Excellent. Let's do it this way. Next turn. Might just glyph this Oaken Siren. Unless they kill it. Okay. Not doing a ton for us. We're going to go ahead and just Annex Sentry their ramp here. Try and slow them down a little bit. And then next turn... So we know they play big toughness creatures. We've played against this deck quite a bit. So 5/4 is not quite big enough to get through their stuff. So we're going to go Lookout, Lookout. We could just Disruptor them, hit them for 1. And we have a good turn with Zoetic Glyph next turn. If we draw a land, we'll just play Mightstone's animation just to make the most use of our mana. We're not, super attached to which one we play. But if we draw a land, we'll use all our mana. Okay, I guess us killing the mana dork worked out nicely for us there. They were going to miss their 3rd land drop. Yeah, I like this. We can go turn 1, Brute. Turn 2, tap land, play Disruptor. And then turn 3, Zoetic Glyph. Whichever one we're more interested in. So, yeah. I mean, we don't need to trade, so why bother? And then turn 3, Glyph. Probably on the Gingerbrute. Hopefully they attack here. I will trade. Okay. So we'll go land. We have an attack with a glyphed Gingerbrute, because even if they crew, that doesn't really work. And they can block the Disruptor. I could care less, but they probably won't. So opponent down to 12. What do you have here? Oh. It's weird that they were able to hold priority. Oh, I guess because they could crew. I was wondering why they were getting an end step priority there. Let's see what you got. Surge Engine. Okay. Crewing the 3/4. Come on in. Okay, they put Sleight of Hand in their graveyard. And not great blocks on us. Let's just go for the beatdown plan here. If they have a Fading Hope, we're really sad. Got us. Okay. That's alright. I think that was worth the risk. If that resolves, we're in like such a good spot. Okay, opponent chump blocking. Fading Hope is pretty good against our deck. So I imagine they're going to Fading Hope this Gingerbrute now. Sleight of Hand, okay. Another Siren. Now they know we have Network Disruptor. Hopefully we draw some of our interaction. Because our Fading Hopes and... Yeah, that's nice. Let's see. Let's go Malcator's Watcher. We can block. Hit them for 5. They're going to know we have something, but that's totally fine. I'm hoping they just dump more mana into the Surge Engine. They could have a Spell Pierce. This is fine. We're hoping that they put more mana into it. We want them to go pay 3. Surge Engine has base power 5/4. Let's do this. They have Spell Pierce. This is fine, but we can do it before blocks. Okay, that worked. Let's bottom. We can't cast that yet. Surge Engine comes down again. That's a pretty good turn cycle for us, I think. So now, just give this unblockable, I think is the right play. So we can still double spell here, if they want to bounce it. Okay, let's see what they got. So if they don't have an answer for this, they're going to be dead pretty quick. Alright, so it has base power and toughness 1/1. Why does that work? Huh. Not sure I understand that interaction, but it still gets through. And we hit a... Let's play Malcator's Watcher. We did hit another creature, so that's nice. We'll hold off on the Network Disruptor. If we need to tap something to get through the last few points of damage, that will be nice. We'll be glad we left that available. This can't be blocked. They can make it big if they want to race us. So let's see what they want to do. I'm assuming probably worried about another Fading Hope, like putting too much mana in it. But we do not have one right now. And it just cannot be blocked. So we gotta draw... Okay, so we have to draw a way to pump one of these creatures. Okay. That is not enough, so that's 4. Alright, they got us. Close one. Close one. Yep, this looks pretty good. We'll just start on the Network Disruptor. We don't get that much value from it right now, but still a 1/1 flyer. We'll drop Oaken Siren next turn. If we miss on land, we can still play Annex Sentry. Looks like we might be up against mono red here. So let's play the Siren like we planned. And it can block. If they want to use... how would we feel if they used a trick here? Okay, no tricks, so that's good. Okay, draw and discard. Let's attack first. Let's play Sentry, targeting Scrapwork Mutt. And we have good blocks on their stuff. A 1/4 is going to be pretty tough for mono red to deal with. I'd love them to just play a 3-mana creature. Okay. So I'll target creature or planeswalker. So this is... deals that much damage plus 1. So Voldaren Epicure does not work out great. I'm going to play Swooping Lookout, keep the Fading Hope available. And let's not attack with the Sentry, because I believe late game will favor us. I hope. And we just need to draw like a Michiko's Reign of Truth, Zoetic Glyph, some way to really start to put some pressure on them. Because I believe we're ahead in this game so far. Okay, that's a little bit scary. So that's... red sources are +2 now. We don't want to bounce that to their hand. Sure. It would be fine if they blocked that. That's not of huge concern to us. Down to 11. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward draw. Michiko's Reign of Truth pretty much just ends the game. Sunfire Torch. Okay. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice it. Deals 2 damage to any target. So if they recast Epicure, we take 3 damage directly. I think that's a little bit better than letting them attack and sacrifice the Sun Torch. Let's bottom. Okay, unearthing. Sure, discard. Sure, they're almost out of gas, right? Okay, so they get to attack with the Scrapwork Mutt. I didn't see that line. So they can sacrifice it, and they're going to deal 4 damage to Sentry, which is fine. And then, for red or artifact source, do we want to take 4, or do we block with a Lookout? Let's take 4 this time. We'll block next turn. Okay, our turn. Let me just exile that. Yeah, I mean, what else are we doing? I'm not sure what else we're doing with our turn, so we'll just go ahead and do this. We'll hit them for 4. This looks so ridiculous because we have no way to pump our creatures up. This game would be over if we drew one of the, like, 12 to 16 ways we have to generate damage. Unfortunately, they're hanging in on this one. Take 3 from the Epicure. The Anvil is definitely scary. They're going to get to go, like, deal us 3 every turn. Literally, all we have to do is draw a single... Thank God. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Because we go Oaken Siren, hit them for 8, and that should be the game. If they can remove Oaken Siren, they're still in it. Alright. Good game. So if we drew that Zoetic Glyph like 3 or 4 turns earlier, that game was over. That was a really awkward draw. Yeah, this looks good to me. Pass on the Fading Hope. Probably not going to bounce anything right now. Next turn, let's go Oaken Siren. Then we can play Malcator's Watcher. Like attack, play Malcator's Watcher. That's interesting. Do we just go for the Zoetic Glyph or do we bounce their thing? I think... Let's see, we could also double spell. I think we're just going to bounce their thing, play Oaken Siren. Let's bottom. We have 3 mana. This is fine. We're going to draw another land at some point here. Oaken Siren, hit them. Because then we can play Zoetic Glyph, the Siren, second main phase, play a Watcher. Hopefully no Chomp. Okay, they have the Chomp. So we don't get to double spell. Or do we get to double spell? So we're going to go Glyph, the Siren, bash you for 5, play Gingerbrute, second main phase. That's a nice turn. And then let's see what they've got. So they have 5 mana. The Dracosaur is pretty good, but we get to Ossification that, which is fine. And hit you for 6. Down to 8, play a Watcher. Okay, we're looking good. Hopefully no more Dracosaurs. If they cast another Dracosaur, we need to have a way to pump up this Gingerbrute. If they play the 6/6 for 3, we can Sentry that. Okay, that's not good enough. Its Quint does not help you. You can't afford to play it. It's interesting they don't attack there. What's better? Sentry the Its Quint? No. Sentry the 2/2. Hit you for 6, 7? Not quite enough. So we'll exile this. We'll hit you for 6. Opponent down to 2. And we have a couple paths to victory here. Let's see what kind of crazy stuff they can do. If they can... Yep, here comes Carnosaur. So hopefully no reach or flying. Ooh, they got the Dracosaur. Okay. But no haste still. Wow, no attacks. That's interesting. If we attack all... I think that works. Because we say, can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. And we don't attack with this. They can block the Siren, and they take 2. What? Does that have haste? Oh, it has haste! Oops. I didn't realize that stupid thing had haste. Oh, well. Alright. So, ooh, Michiko! Oh, wow, we got lucky there. That'll work. Oh, lucky rip. That's funny. Okay, well, so Its Quint has haste. They just didn't attack with it. Yeah, this looks fantastic. We'll go turn 1 Brute. Turn 2 Watcher. Hopefully we draw land. And we can start bashing with the Glyph. No land yet, but that's okay. Looks like we're going to be playing another dinosaur deck. Very popular right now. Okay, no land yet, unfortunately. But we get to play another Watcher. And let's see what they got. So turn 3, Hammer Skull, this is fine. I think it's just another Watcher and pass. Well, obviously attack with the 2 Watchers and then pass. Would love to draw land, or Michiko's Reign of Truth would be really nice right now as well. We didn't get to punish their slow start, unfortunately. They can fight a 1/1. Topiary Stomper. That's fine. We'll chump block if they want to attack. Okay, no attacks. That works out. I don't think... Is Triumphant Chomp an instant? I don't believe so. Alright, so now we get to put some pressure on. And if they have a way to remove the Watcher, we get to draw a card and discover 3. Dracosaur. Okay, so now we just... Well, if they don't have an answer here, we just tap the thing and deal them 7. Let's see, what do you got? Nothing. Good game. Nice curve out against the dinosaurs there. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, don't forget to drop a like and consider subscribing for future budget decks just like this one. We'll see you next time.